Hello, and welcome to another episode of Buke's World Discussions. Again, I'm joined by the lovely Miss Walker. Before we go any further, if you want to stay in tune with the discussions that we have on Buke's World Discussions, go back, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Actually, hit the subscribe button more than you hit the like button right now. You hit the like button at the end of it all. But to stay in tune, hit the subscribe button. This way you'll be notified whenever we put up a new post, okay? So again, now I want to re-welcome you to Buke's World Discussions. Again, here with the lovely Miss Walker. And today's topic, what we're going to get on today is the school system, the curriculum that they teach in the school system. The topic has come up because I happened to view a video of a young guy singing. He made a song or whatever, but basically what he was saying is that the school taught him about everything but actual life skills. The school taught him history. The school taught him about rocks. The school taught him about dissecting frogs and things that he can't use in his everyday life. Pretty much, he's saying that they didn't teach him how to do stocks. They didn't teach him how to make money. They didn't teach him how to plant, how to farm, how to do things that you might need in your everyday life, considering that, you know, you have some kind of situation that arises that won't allow you to do your everyday shopping at a grocery store. All right. So basically, I happen to agree with him. You know, my schools never taught me how to plant. They taught me how to plant a flower and watch a flower grow, but they didn't teach me to plant plants that I can use as nutrition. They didn't teach me how to farm. They didn't teach me how to identify the right plants to eat if I was ever in a situation that I was stuck outside of our normal walk to the store. They didn't teach me how to hunt. They didn't teach me how to fish. You know, and in my opinion, that should actually be in the school's curriculum. It should be Life Skills 101. Survival 101. These are some of the things that should be taught in the school. They should teach you how to jumpstart a life. Yeah, there's some programs, or you might have an isolated teacher or two that might teach CPR, which is great, you know, but overall it's not in a school's curriculum to teach this. This should be taught. You understand? How to farm, the basics of how to farm, the basics of what to farm. If you have space and opportunity, yeah, then hunting also, fishing, how to skin, what part of the animal to eat, what part not to eat, how to make clothing out of it. They should also have a GC curriculum in there, general contracting curriculum, to teach you how to make a basic shelter in the event you needed shelter. You know, I know I've been doing a lot of talking. Let's get your opinion on this, you know.
My opinion is more or less along the lines of what yours is. Some schools do have specialized vocational programs and stuff like that in addition to the normal curriculum. But as parents, we also have to take a little bit more charge and take responsibility for filling in the gaps that the school system leaves out. There's never going to be a 100%, you know, acceptance or 100% curriculum that kind of covers everything. You know, so if you don't have the opportunity to go to a school that has vocational programs that teach contracting and motors or whatever, I think we fixed the cars, automotive programs and culinary programs and horticulture programs, those types of things that teach the skills that you're talking about, you know, parents have to supplement as well. We have to be able to teach our children those things because they are very important. And we want to be able to, you know, kind of weed out what's relevant to our environment because everything may not be for everyone.
Right, but now you said that, the parents have to pick up, which I agree with. What they're not going to teach us or teach our children, we have to teach them. I do agree with that. But how does a parent teach something that they weren't taught? There's ways of getting information, correct. But if you wasn't taught how to farm, how do you teach your children that? If you wasn't taught how to fish, hunt, build a shelter, how do you teach that if you wasn't taught that?
It's not going to be easy, but you'll learn it the same way your child will learn it, using outside resources, finding a way to get the information, whether it be through a third party, online. Google has everything. Go to the library, get a book, get a video, and some things you just kind of learn firsthand from doing it. So it's difficult to say, and it's not impossible to do. But, as parents, there's so many things that we weren't taught. Our school systems, our curriculums, were very different. But you learn, you figure it out, especially when you want better for your children.
Yeah, but now, you're 100% right. You can go to a library, you can go get a book, you can Google. But we both know that book smart is not practical smart all the time. Nothing beats experience. So you can read about how to do things all you want, but if you're not out there actually doing it, or you weren't taught the right way to do it,
but how
does that translate to you eating if you're in a situation where you're starving, right?
But a lot of things that you learn, you're not going to use right away anyway. You may never get the hands-on experience. Simple things like growing your own vegetables and things like that, you can do. It just requires, getting a pot and kind of making a setting or creating a setting in your house. But certain things, even learning how to hunt, you're never really going to learn how to hunt until you actually go out and hunt. So you learn the basics, and then you put it into, you put whatever you learn into play.
Okay.
Some things you're not going to be able, just like most of the things you learn in school. You learn it and you have the knowledge, but when will you ever use it? So, you want to learn how to hunt, you want to learn how to fish, you can, but then you still have to create an atmosphere in which you get to practice the skills that you learn.
Okay. I agree. Just as I've learned CPR, I've been in enough sleepaway camps and Boy Scouts and different programs where they did teach CPR, and they did teach you how to handle, a choking person. And although it doesn't happen every day, it did happen to me once. There was an experience I had where a guy started choking. I didn't know he started choking. I just thought the guy dropped out. But there were a few people that walked by him. They didn't know what to do. I started giving compressions, which was actually the wrong thing because he was choking. He wasn't out of breath. I was just trying to keep his blood circulating, but after getting on the phone with EMTs or 911, they walked me through what I needed to know, but I had experience of doing it. So it was easy when they told me, this is the situation. And of course the guy came back, which was great. It kind of blew my mind. It freaked me out just seeing a guy die in front of me and bringing him back. But I had some type of experience. So just to be on the phone listening to somebody tell you, reach for this point right here and put your thumb here, or, I already knew where to go. I knew what to do in that situation, but that came from experience. That wasn't taught to me in school. That just happened to be taught to me at these different programs that I've been in, This is why I say, these are certain things that should be taught.
School is not all inclusive. People look at school sometimes as the beginning, the middle, and the end, when it's not. It's just the baseline. Most things you learn are going to be from home, going to be from life experience, going to be from those summer camps and day camps and interaction with other children, other families. That's where most of it's going to come from. Schools aren't it. People think that they put so much weight into what you learn in school. Not that what they teach is not important, because it's all important. History and those things are important, but it's not the beginning, the middle, and the end. It's not where you get it all, because truth be told, you can get it all at home. I can teach my children the same thing that the schools teach them, in addition to things that I think that they should have and they'll be well-rounded children.
Okay. And you know what? I receive it, and I do agree with you. And ladies and gentlemen, we already home, and we want to get out of this car. So we're going to ask you to comment. We want to know what you think about this. You know, leave a comment as usual. If this was a stimulating conversation for you also, you can hit the like button. You know, you can share it with your friends. Leave us a comment. You know, if you do, we'll get back to you. Most importantly, subscribe so that you always see these little discussions that we have. You know, we're inviting you into our car, or, you know, these are Buke's World discussions. So I'll be having these discussions with other people, different topics, random topics. Again, we want to thank you for joining us on Buke's World discussions. And again, like, share, comment, and subscribe.